Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it.
Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and bless up to the world.
And then Jay just put your info on blast like that.
It's what the people want to know, bro. My bad.
Nah, bro. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to it. It is the morning show with me, your host, Xavier Hendricks, and of course, my co-host, Mr. J. Paris. What's happening, my G?
Sir, what's happening? What's happening? Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins and bless up to the world, man. It's J. Paris, your boy Zakes, Xavier Hendricks, and it's a beautiful Monday morning. It's that new week juice, new life, new energy, new opportunities, new blessings, new mercy, new grace to go out there and make it happen.
You've been doing the most this weekend, bro. I see
Yeah,
you've been performing in front of millions of people.
yeah, bro. Nah, this weekend was dope, broski. So yeah, I was obviously tagged along with my bro Jay Prez. We were performing at a PA event in El Dorado Park, and it was turned, bro. Amazing to see how many people just gathered. Obviously, you know, supporting the PA and what they stand for. Again, this is Paris Views. What they stand for it's not of the inside show.
Giving some free exposure there.
Yeah, bro, it's Paris Views. But just what they stand for, broski, is you know, it's promising, it's motivating, inspiring, and I know that God's hand is definitely on that party.
Of course. And ladies and gentlemen, of course, today's conversation we're speaking about, can I leave my day job for my side hustle? And I've got somebody in the studio here this morning that's doing both. That's doing a day job and a side hustle and doing well at both, I might add. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Help me welcome our guest this morning, Mrs. Tasneem Morgan.
Hey guys, hey everybody.
Good morning, how you doing?
I'm good, thanks.
How was the weekend?
What was your weekend like?
Awesome.
Obviously, having a day job and a side hustle, I'm sure the weekends are busy because you can't just have 5 days in a week now.
Very busy.
So you're busy
But
7 days a week.
I try to, because I've already built my side hustle, I take weekends out just to spend with family. So
rest.
families are for my husband and my kids.
It's just about to say.
Look, that's an important part, right? You're a
Yeah.
mom, you got a husband,
Yes.
you got your family. And I think we're going to touch on that point somewhere in the conversation because I think a lot of places people make the mistake. They really push for the side hustle.
Yeah.
They're never at home. The kids are doing their own thing. You know, the relationship
Yeah.
between the husband and the wife
Start
becomes
neglecting
taking some strain. And, you know, that becomes a challenge. And so, ladies and gentlemen, to kick off the conversation, I want to welcome everyone watching online. Thank you so much for tuning in. I see Tola X. She says, blessed week, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Got a bunch of you online. If you are here for the very first time, please do hit the subscribe button. Also, drop a like in the like section. And also, say something in the comments, right? Because we can literally see the comments in front of us and we're going to engage with you. If you want to ask a question, if you want to say something, if you want to just say hi, if you just want to say whatever it is, you can say that and we will jump straight into it. But ladies and gentlemen, let's get straight into the conversation. Before we get even into it, what is in your mind, what would you say a side hustle is?
A side hustle is basically anything that you do on the side to make extra money, like an extra income, aside from your day job that you have, you know, going every day. Basically like a 9 to 5. Anything that you do other than a 9 to 5, I would say is a side hustle. Like, bro, I would sell you anything. Like, I mean, anything.
You're on that like, yo, I could sell ice to a snowman.
Literally.
So we're living in a tough time, right? We're living in a culture and a time where corruption is the order of the day as far as politicians is concerned. We had a bunch of politicians in studio last week, and we're having more this week. In fact, leading up to the elections coming up now, you know, people are really frustrated with the state of the country. They're really frustrated with the state of the corruption as far as our leadership, as far as the ANC, the money that goes missing every day, the money that gets looted actually every day. And what really frustrating is that now you find situations where we as South Africans, we get taxed, right? Because we have to apply to SARS. And when it comes to a certain time in the year, SARS wants that money. And they want to know where your tax money is. And so what's really frustrating to us as South Africans is that we have to pay tax and we have to kind of struggle through life. And this past month or 2 months ago, the new stats of the unemployment came out and it's through the roof, bro. It's the highest it's ever been. In fact, the gap between the rich and the poor is the highest in the world in South Africa. I was watching the conversation yesterday with Dr. Ellen Busak, and he was on the newsroom, and he was speaking about the injustice of how people are struggling financially.
Yes.
And it's so sad to see that we on the ground, we're struggling financially. The people in parliament and government, especially the ANC party, that are eating the money so much that people on the ground, we're like, yo, dude, give us a chance to breathe. Now you're eating us with e-tolls, you're eating us with tax, you're eating us with tax, you're eating us with inflation, you're eating us with all these things, and we just down here trying to buy bread, bro.
Yeah.
And it's tough for us down here, and it's really frustrating. And a lot of people, especially during lockdown, because I believe that a lot of what was going on wasn't COVID, it was lockdown, right? Because we could have managed our way through figuring out how we can just get through things, right? If it wasn't for lockdown. But when you come and you lock us down to level 5 where nobody can move, nobody can breathe, nobody can drive, it really puts us in a place where now we can't even hustle. It's like, so now. So you really choke the last little bit of life out of us. And a lot of South Africans has really got to a place where we were like, you know what? We need to figure out how we're gonna get through this. We need to, because we need to eat, bro. We need to breathe. We need to move. Some people have moved over to crime and corruption. Some people have broken in and stolen and killed and done those kind of things. But the rest of us out here who haven't gone the route of crime or the bad route, we decided, let's go and see how we can make more money in a different way. Seeing that my job is now at risk, seeing that even if I was running a big company, I can't now import things anymore. I can't do what I used to do during when there wasn't lockdown. So now I need to find a way to survive. During lockdown or even before lockdown, did you ever get to the place where you're like, the day job is not enough, I need to do something else so that I can live the lifestyle I want to live, I can buy my kids what I want to buy them, and I can do what I want to do? What was that process for you?
So, because as we all know, I think like a day job is like, I don't know. You know what? My salary was just never enough. So I was always depressed. I was always like feeling like I'm not enough because I can't afford to do the things that I want to do for my kids, and basically like be a helpmeet to my husband, to pay the bills and buy food and, the basic necessities. Because as the pay comes in, the medical aid goes off, the tax and all that, the car goes off, insurance, and the money's finished. So for that reason, I just wanted to do anything. I was at the point of, like, I don't care what's going to happen now. I'm going to do anything, literally whatever it takes to ensure that I give my kids a better future. I didn't expect me to grow within the network marketing company that I am with in the manner that I did. I just wanted to make an extra few hundred rands, to buy bread, the necessities, milk. And like, I'm so glad I took the opportunity. The only regret that I have is not starting sooner. I think at school, you go to school and they teach you, you finish school, go study or go to a college, and then you go find a job, basically. But no one has ever told you, like, you know what, when you grow up, you can be successful in every other area, there's more to than just finding a job. So I literally, the reason why I took it is because I was stressed, I was in debt, and life was just hard. So I needed change.
Take us through that journey of how you fall into that hole of debt, because I feel like a lot of us have the company phones you, the bank phones you, and they're like, hey, Mr. So-and-so, you qualify for X amount, let's say 20,000, 30,000, and you like, I need this money, you take it, and then you start slipping into this hole that later on you don't know how to get out. Has that ever happened to you?
Yes.
And take us through that journey.
Yes. So when I still I still have my day job, but when I was still working, because we couldn't afford to buy like clothing. Kids grow, they need clothes every new season. When it's summertime, last year summer clothes is small, so I opened up accounts to obviously take clothes whenever they need clothes, and then I lived off personal loans, guys. Like, I lived. Remember Wonga?
Wonga? Remember that thing,
I literally lived off Wonga and personal loans. Like, every third week, like, that last week before payday, then myself and my husband would discuss, like, you think I must take a Wonga for this week, Like, we lived, that was our lifestyle. And, it becomes a habit. People doesn't even realize it's so bad for you because you will never grow. You will never have any money. So that was my lifestyle. And I'm gladly, I gladly say that today I'm out of debt. Like, I paid up my vehicle. I paid up all my debt that I had. And that is just like in 2 years of doing network marketing. Yeah.
So it seems as though your side hustle is really, has really
coming
taken
together
off. Because the fact you were in debt, you and your husband were taking out loans almost every third month or so, like you were saying. So like when did you start though? And when did the side hustle eventually start taking off?
My side hustle started 2.5 years ago.
So it's not that long ago, actually.
It's not that long.
So you've been putting in the work.
Yes, I have. 2.5 years ago, I started the side hustle. Since I met Sheldon, like from the beginning, we together.
Don't be afraid to let the people know what the side hustle is.
We've been together for 13 years this year, and from the beginning, we lived off Wonga and
Nah, bro, we ain't trying to give the company free promo there.
But more or less, people would obviously want to know what's the side hustle.
I'm partnered with New Skin, so we sell beauty products, and within 2 years, I'm not gonna lie, like when it was the hardcore of lockdown, like lockdown level 5, where everything was shut down, our business, New Skin business, went from here to the sky. Like, we were the only company that was still working, that was still distributing, and like everybody used our services because we were still,
online,
And I mean, we're living in a digital world. Like, why wouldn't you want everything to be like online, digital, if you're looking now for a side hustle, we don't know what's to happen tomorrow or next year or in the future to come. So the best way to go forward is to look for something that won't affect you if anything had to happen again, something similar to the lockdown. So New Skin has been really amazing, and I mean, I just grew.
But wait, you were still busy telling us, and so you got married to Sheldon, and then you were still taking us on that journey. I was still listening,
Yeah, so Sheldon comes from a very rich background. His family is very rich. So he worked for his mom his whole life. I don't come from that. I come from the hardcore, like the hard life, where we had nothing, like literally nothing. When I say nothing, I mean we were even homeless, where we had to ask people like, can I sleep here? Can I sleep there? Can I sleep there? So when I met my husband, his family was always of the intention that I'm there for the money.
So what, you were just with your mom and dad, or with your mom?
My mother was a single mom, but she tried her best. So she was single and things were tough. She lost her job and that. So
How many kids did you guys?
We are 3. It's myself, I've got an older brother, and my younger sister. So when I met my husband, and everyone was just like thinking like, this girl is here for the money, But like his family made me feel that way. So 2.5 years ago, I was just at the point where, like, I just want to prove to these people, like, I'm not here for your money, I want to do for my family and for my children.
That's good.
And I was tired of asking, like when there isn't, you'll go to your parents like, can you please help us out with this,
bread, milk or something,
So that was the case with him, always asking his mother, for money, for this,
and
for
it
that,
makes you look swag,
It
makes you look like, this one can't even make a plan,
So I was like, I'm like, God, please, I'm tired of this. Like, I just want to be, I know I have a job, but I just want to do for myself and for my children, At the time, I didn't really worry of my husband. I was thinking, like, because his mother always helps us out financially for the kids. So 2.5 years ago was my breaking point, where I was like, no, I don't want to ask anymore.
Yeah.
Please make it happen for me. And I prayed about it.
That's good.
And let me just say, like, the money that I received in the beginning was very little. So of that money, I would always like give, my 10% and whatever. And like, God, please just bless this business for me, bless this business. I'm a firm believer in giving back. So I think that has played a major role within my side hustle, not forgetting where I come from.
And the spiritual side of it, like you're saying, your 10%, you're giving your offering, your tithes and stuff, and saying, Lord, this is all I have. Because in the end of the day, that money's going to get finished anyway. You're not going to make it through the month anyway. You might as well, like, trust God and say, look, this is not going to work anyway for me. Might as well ask you to just assist me in this regard. And so God has come through. So then you get to the place, I want you to take us into that, into your, without putting anyone on blast really, more so your own personal frame of mind and your own personal space that really drives you to a place where you feel like, enough is enough, bro. I need to get up and get things done. I can't be always asking and worrying how are we gonna get through the month and making loans and da. Take us through that little journey that goes on in your mind that gets you to the place of I need to make this happen.
So I don't blast anyone, but I'll be honest. I don't know who's watching, but I'll be honest.
I just know the people are watching.
No, it's fine. I'll just be honest. There was one occasion where myself and Sheldon, we applied for the house that we stay in now. We've been renting our whole lives. So when we applied for this house, and I said to him, sure, how are we going to pay the bond? How are we going to pay, the water, the house, all of that. So he's like, no, don't worry. God will provide, He comes from that stress, carefree life where you don't have to worry about finances, And I'm like, oh my gosh, okay. And then things just went ugly where I was told it's not my house, I married him for a house and stuff like that. And that was my breaking point. I was like, oh my God, I contribute, God help me so that I can contribute to, to the house, to everything, so that they can see it's not just about money. I can build myself and be independent. And I mean, there's a lot of other young girls out there that may be in the same situation that I'm in. And I, at the time, just wanted to prove a point because I was so tired of being told that you are here for money. So for that reason, I'm so grateful that I was treated in such a manner that
so that pushed you.
Push me.
So that's you speak of self-respect, dignity,
yes.
Nah, man, I'm my own person. Yeah.
I was so depressed. I would cry every day, and I would ask my husband, but why? And then when New Skin came, I said, God, I just want to make 700 rand to buy bread, for the kids.
Just so I don't have to ask for money.
Yeah, I'm like, please, just 700 rand. And then when that happened, then I made my first 3,000 rand in my first month. I was like, what? I'm like, no, this is for me. And I really enjoyed what I was doing. So that was my breaking point at the time, because I said to myself, no, I am more than that, I deserve better than that. And I mean, there's so many people out there, with the mindset to think oh, I must be stuck in the shell, or, I'm not destined for greatness, or I'm not destined for success. That is so wrong, because what we think, what we speak, what we attract, that's what we attract, because I mean, we are like magnets. So whatever you think and whatever you speak and whatever you ponder on, that is what you attract.
How you behave yourself and how you act.
Yes. So because I was so stuck in that shell, this people is always so, I always felt like I was never good enough, And when I changed my mindset to say no, I want better, I'm gonna do better, I need change, And also because I come from that type of background where my mother couldn't do everything she could for us, and the fact that we were homeless, the fact that we didn't have winter clothes, your clothes, shoes, and we wore flip-flops throughout the whole year, the same pair, January to December, summer, spring, winter, the whole year. And I thought to myself, God, no, I don't want that for my children. I want them, not to spoil them, but, just to ensure that they know that they have, that they're comfortable, not to worry about necessities or their needs, They know that we can run to our parents and know that we will be secure. That type of thing. That is my why. My kids are my driving force. That is my why.
Don't open it,
yeah. I think the golden question is, and I don't know if you want to answer this now, maybe get into a little bit later, but do you think your side hustle at this moment in time is at a point where you could, leave your actual job and still get by?
So I resigned last year in lockdown. Just after lockdown 5, I think August, we went back to the office last year, and I resigned. And my boss said, no, she's not going to accept my resignation because we are in a pandemic. I might not find another job. And I thought about it, and for that reason, I still say, but my
so
heart.
So why did you resign at that stage?
Because I wanted to do New Skin full time.
Yeah, and at that point you were.
But did it get to the place where where your side hustle was actually making enough money? So I asked the question.
No, it does. It even triples my salary from my day job. So
because I asked the question on people on my Instagram, and I asked people if would you leave your day job for your side hustle? And 90% of the answers were if I was making more on my side hustle, then I'd leave my day job now.
Yeah, that's true. I felt that way. That is why I resigned. Because I mean, what's the use? You go to work, to your day job, and
You don't like it or you don't enjoy it.
Do you know how
or-
irritating it is when, like, for instance, I have to send a daily report every day to my boss, knowing that I make so much money on the side. Like, it's very frustrating. So
Hopefully
if you-
she or he's not watching.
I hope so.
Nah, but look, we
No,
don't
but
put
it's-
anyone
no,
on
but
blast.
it's
No,
facts.
it's the
Nah, I'm
truth.
tripping.
It's the truth because my side hustle, like, I'm just thinking of the time me spent at work, where I could put that
You're pushing
hours
that
into
time,
my
yeah.
into my own business,
Yeah.
and it's so beneficial. I'm not saying anyone must leave their jobs, but if you can, I mean, if you look at the richest people in the world are the ones that network, and the others are the ones that go to work. So that's the truth.
Check the comments there, bro.
Let me check that.
So here's my question, right? That I wanna ask you, something that I want you to just expand on a little bit. When it comes to loving your purpose and your passion and your dream, right? Oftentimes people are working day jobs that they're just working because they need that money,
Yeah.
right? And so they don't really want to. They don't want to be there, but they kind of have to be there because they need that money, because they're now in a position where there is bills to be paid, there is house to be paid, there is kids' school fees, there's stuff that needs to be sorted out. I don't really want to be here, but I kind of have to be here. What pushes, what could you say to somebody like that that's now stuck in a job? They don't really enjoy it, but they don't know what else to do.
I will always take myself as an example, because going to work to pay your bills, I mean, it's like I said, it's draining. But if you start a side hustle, you don't know from the get-go that I'm gonna love it or I'm gonna enjoy what I'm doing. You don't know what you're getting yourself into, because it is new to everyone. Like, everyone is taught to go to school, find jobs. No one tells you to be an entrepreneur or start your own thing on the side. So what I can say is, if you do start a side hustle and you put in the effort in the beginning and you make a success of it, and obviously if you love what you do, I mean, it's going to be effortless. You're going to, you obviously
You're going to want to put in the work because
Exactly.
you want to actually see the results.
Exactly. So that's it. Like, there's not, like, it's not rocket science. It's so simple. Like, obviously with the day job, you go to work, they put you on training for 3 months to see if you are well equipped to make you permanent for the position. And then obviously when you start a side hustle, it's basically the same. Like, you can take that 3 months as your
trial period.
Your trial period to see what it is that you like and whatever. And you know what I think? Not what I think. Something that I know is side hustles unlocks potential that you don't even know that you have that. Like, myself, like, I didn't know that I could do the things that I'm doing right now. Even the people in my team, like, when you start this thing, you think like, oh my gosh, I've been stuck here, thinking that this is the way to go and, the life to live, when actually it's not. Like, you unlock so much potential that you have inside of you that you never even knew existed. Like, I think everybody should have a side hustle, because, like, just one salary is just never enough.
It's not enough.
No, it's not.
Broski, do you want to read some of the comments there?
Yeah, man. Just shout out to Tolo, shout out to Nuran, to Jody Adams, and then we got Keegan saying many of us want to leave our jobs for real hustles. He goes on by saying, if you're always working, you will never make money.
That's true.
Which I agree with, because the thing is this: you fall into the cycle,
Yeah.
right? Of, okay, I make X amount. Let's say you make. I'm just using a rough number. Let's say you make 10,000, right? And your expenses are 10,000.
Yeah.
You kind of stay in that cycle, because now, let's say your house is 4,000, like you're renting something for 4,000. You bought a car for like 2,000 a month, and so that's 6,000. And then you kind of just buy groceries, and that brings you to like 9,000. And then you like have 1,000 rand, and then sometimes you decide, I'm going to go to the movies, I'm going to do something fun with this 1,000 rand. But the truth is, by the second week, the money is finished.
That is why
you
people
start going
go,
into a debt.
Yeah, that is why people, I can guarantee you, there's a lot of people out there that's living off loans. Or even not, if not from the bank, you're borrowing from this one this week and from
Peter
that
to
one
pay
next
Paul.
week. Yeah, basically. So a lot of people live that way. And some people say being, having a side hustle or being involved in a network marketing MLM business, they say it's a pyramid scheme.
They like
But a day job is a pyramid scheme. Because I mean, there's the CEO, the COO. I mean, the employees. I mean, wherever you are, like you
You're somewhere
work
in that pyramid.
You understand what I'm saying? Whereas you can work. If you have a day job, you can still have a day job. But if you want to work for yourself, I mean, guys, you should try it, because like I was shocked when I seen my first real income from, and that was only like 3 months later. It wasn't even long. Like you need to work a whole year to get like a 500 rand increase. I mean, really. And then whereas you can work for 3 months and push your income. I mean, we're talking about leverage income here. Like it's amazing.
It's extra money that you can. We got another question, yeah.
It's extra money.
Let me get to that question,
Get that
bro.
question, bro, because that's a dope question.
I know. Before we get to that, bro, I know there's a saying that, man, there's 365 days in a year, and you only get paid for 12 of those days.
Yo.
Big facts, bro.
No.
Well, the 12 days represent obviously the 30 days.
It's 12 days, bro. It's 12 days. But yeah, Nathan, what's happening, broski? How supportive was your husband in the beginning? Were there any doubts?
There was a lot of doubt for the first 2 months, because obviously when you start a job, you need to put in the effort. Same as like you would start your own business. You need to invest in time, you need to invest in money, you need to put yourself out there, you need to build your brand. So in the beginning, my husband used to complain, yeah, you're always busy. But in my 3rd month, when he seen my first earning, he was shocked. He was like, wow, babe, I'm so proud of you. Like, New Skin is the one. That was his words. So in the beginning, yes, there was doubt, but it's also very important that you communicate with your partner, and, you know, you tell them your goals, you share the vision. At first, I thought Sheldon would think I'm mad, because, you know, with New Skin, they teach you need to create a vision board for yourself. There's like a DPS, like affirmations that you say every day, that you need to speak over your life every day. So at the beginning, I thought this guy would think I'm mad, you know. But now we all do it together as a family, because we've seen, like, it works. Yes.
But so here's the thing, though. You saying, guys, just try it. There's this leap that you have to take, né? That they call it a leap of faith, which it is, because the thing is, the Bible says faith now is the substance of things hoped for, evidence of things not seen, which means you can't see the thing. And as human beings, your logical mind wants to see what you're gonna do, and so you wanna. If I jump from this table, and in my mind I wanna imagine that there's something else that's the same height that I'm kind of jumping onto. I don't wanna like if there was just fog there, né? Like mist or steam or something where you can't see where you're going. It's hard to jump out when you can't see where you're going, because you're like, yo, what if I jump and this doesn't work? What if I jump? Let's ask the question, what if I jump and it does work?
Exactly.
What if I jump and it's a better position? What if I jump and it works out in my favor? And a lot of people are standing on the edge of wanting to jump, and they're thinking, yo, bro, what if I jump and I fail? What would you say to someone or what were you going to say?
Look, all I have to say is, I mean, if you want to start a side hustle, you don't have to start New Skin, but I'm saying any side hustle for that matter. If you want to start a side hustle, start it whilst you still have your current job, so that you can see what will work for you. You understand? Like the Bible also said, faith without works are dead. So you can't have faith and not put in the effort, you know. Everything you have to do, like I always say, like having a relationship with your husband or with your kids, it's an effort. Like, you know, when you met Anka in the beginning, you need to put in the effort. You need to go and visit her. You need to take her out and all of that. Same with the business.
Everything
you need
is
to,
effort,
you need to put in the effort in order for you to see the rewards that will come out of that. So if you're afraid to take the next step, you're going to stay there, because there's nothing really that's going to push you out there for you to do what, or for you to be great in something that you would like to do. So we believe, like I said, mindset is powerful. And when you start a side hustle, there's not going to be a boss behind you to tell you, look, Jay, you need to now do 1, 2, 3. Or
by this time, this must be done.
You need to be done. You need to have self-discipline. You need to be your own boss. You need to live like you already the person that you envision to be. And that way, when you're doing that, you will attract everything that is meant for you, that needs to be with you. But if you in the mindset of, I'm scared, you know, you're going to be scared when you try as well. So you need to, you know, mindset should be like, okay, I'm doing this thing, and regardless of what happened, I'm not giving up. I'm going 110%.
Yeah.
I want to see where I'm
Preach.
going. And if you don't have that mindset to say, like, I'm going to do whatever it takes in order for me to succeed, whether I fail, whether I prosper, I mean, you learn. You know, you will never ever succeed if you don't ever fail. We have to fail first before we succeed. Like a baby has to crawl first before they walk, before they run. Same as within business. As you, like, people think it's easy. It's not easy. There's a lot of things that we do that people don't see. Like, we fail. We don't reach targets sometimes.
You don't put your failure on Instagram, though.
Exactly. No one ever does that. So you need to
You just show the parts where it works. You don't show the parts where it's failing.
You need to be of the mindset of, you know what, God's plan for me was to be prosperous, you know, to live a meaningful life. And if you live with that every single day, I mean, there's no limit.
Facts.
Yes.
But that's the other question I wanted to, well, the point I wanted to make, and see if you can hop onto it. The thing is, we're living in a time where where everyone is posting their things on IG, right? So you're posting the new car, you're posting the fancy house, you're posting that I went here on holiday to this place and blah, blah, blah. You're posting the dope stuff, right? So somebody that looks at, like, if you go through your Instagram, you search and you're like, yo, she went here for holiday, yo, they're driving this car, yo, they love here, whatever. So someone who looks at that, it might be overwhelming to them, or they're thinking like, you already made it and you're already doing so well for yourself. I must now start from zero and whatever.
No, but that's the thing. Like, you can't have that mindset, because, like, myself, when I started, when I seen Sally Ann, and I seen this girl's lifestyle, and I see, okay, what she does, how much she earns, because she used to share earnings in the group and stuff. And I could have been of the mindset to say, like, oh my gosh, you know, will I ever...
When am I going to get to 30
when will
or 40
ever,
or whatever?
You understand? But I was telling Sheldon, sure, that girl, I want to be just like her, you know. And I did whatever it took. It should be an inspiration to you, because if you know someone that comes from nothing and where they are today, that should be inspiration enough for you to show you that it's not just for a certain type of person. It is for everybody. What you put in is what you will get out. It's simple.
Do you find that especially... Do you find that especially amongst the ladies, right? I'm making this statement on purpose, and I know why I'm making it. But especially amongst the ladies, you find a lot of competition, right? And you find a lot of, like, searching through the Instagrams and like, this one, look what outfit she's wearing. Da da da. Now I'm doing it on purpose because I want reaction, right? And so they're looking at each other's things and they're like, you can take it in one or two ways, and you touched on it now. You can take it in a way of, that's one to keep her better, look how she's da. Or you can take it in the way you decided to take it. What would your advice be to, especially the lady, or to anyone anyway, but I know this is very prominent among the ladies. Gents are more like, brats, alright, sharp, and they'll just carry on with their lives. But ladies are more kind of inside, they're like, this one. You know, there's an element of jealousy that comes through. But what would you... what would you say? How should you be taking it? If you are scrolling through someone's IG and you're like, yo, they're going on holiday, which way should you take it, and which way are a lot of people taking it now?
So I'm not sure if you had me on Instagram before I redid my profile.
Your profile.
And I always used to look
after the blow up.
I always used to look at
everything.
I always used to look at other ladies, and I thought to myself, wow, you know, like, look at what they're doing, you know. And that's when I decided, okay, now I want to redo my whole page, you know, because I want to be, you know,
image,
the part.
The image must look nice.
The image must look nice. And I would see with some of my partners, okay, they're going on a holiday, like, Lissa and Kenneth was in Dubai, and Sally and her husband always on holiday, or they're going out with the kids. And instead of me being jealous and saying like, wow, like, why don't I have that lifestyle? I just work very hard, and I tell my husband, I also want to do that, you know. And slowly but surely, as we started earning, we started going on holiday. Like, do not be insecure about someone else's lifestyle, because you don't know what happens behind closed doors. Like, people will always show the nice things. They always show the nice things. They will never ever show you what they really go through. They will never ever show you what's happening behind the scene. So never ever be jealous. Like, I feel like if you see like, or if someone else is an inspiration, or you feel like, oh, their lives are just too good to be true, don't be shy to
ask them.
Reach out to that person. Like,
send them a DM.
You know, like, what are you doing? Like, oh my gosh, you know, be inspired. Like, never ever be jealous. So what is that preacher said? if Jesus blesses the neighbor, that means
He's
in
in
the
the neighborhood.
neighborhood.
Exactly.
So you might be next.
Exactly. But I'm gonna go one step further, bro.
That's
And
facts.
I'm genuinely doing this on purpose because I want to get reaction.
Talk that
But
talk,
the thing
bro.
is this, especially amongst our brown people, right? We don't like each other's success, man.
No.
We got the crab in the bucket mentality. It's like if this one is doing well, then yeah, they're probably stealing money. Yeah, I'm sure they're getting busy with drugs and things. And it's like, my bro, why can't someone be doing well and just be happy for the person they're doing well? Why must it be they're on drugs or they're selling diamonds or they doing something they shouldn't be doing? For real, we've had all that. I've had diamonds. I've had, I had all sorts of stories, brother. How's this one driving this car? How's he living here? How's he doing this? How's he doing? And they literally look for, it can't be that they're doing something legitimate. Speak to us a little bit about that mindset that needs to be changed, especially amongst our brown community.
So it's still that way. Even with myself, you find, especially friends and family and the people that you know or where you come from, they will never ever support their own kind. It's very weird. I grew my business with strangers, like people that I don't know. Like I've built relationships.
Yeah.
That one is
So-
deep,
so-
bruh,
so-
and it's,
so-
and
so-
it's,
so it's actually-
wait, I wanted
Yeah,
to get into it because that
I'm
one
on.
is deep, bruh.
I'm on this.
And I've
on.
experienced that also.
It's crazy though, because when you didn't have,
Yeah.
there was haters.
Yeah.
When you have,
Yeah.
There's still
There's
haters.
still haters.
You damned if you
Yeah.
do, you damned if you don't.
hey, bro.
What do you do? So wait, I want you to jump in on that
Yeah,
because you were
so-
still saying that now you're starting to build a thing.
Yeah.
You're getting now excited about the thing.
And no one
the people
supports
that
you.
you expecting like
Support.
to say that, yo, I'm gonna now sell to my uncles and my aunties and my cousins and this. And then they're the ones that are like the most anti-it. It's like, ah, guys, come on.
No one supported me. The only person that supported me was my sister, and my mother bought a Lumi spa from me.
Come on now, that
And
thing is expensive.
yeah.
Well, I need to catch that vibe, bro.
My mom bought a Lumi spa, but that's about it. Like friends, even like close friends, never ever bought anything from me. And for me, that was like shocking because, I thought like, wow, they'll be the first to support me in what I'm doing. But no. I built my business on social media, on Facebook and on Instagram. And that's when strangers, people that I don't know from all over the world, approached me. Can I buy this from you? Like, how does this thing work? So one thing that I can say to others out there who is currently in network marketing, please don't be discouraged if you see your friends and your family doesn't support you. It's usually the ones that you know that just won't, because they don't want to see you succeed. That's the truth.
But that's sad though.
It's very sad.
That's sad though, Jay, because and look, I've been in different business ventures and I've obviously been in a lot of events, things, and I pulled off some nice events. And then I found the same thing. I found the people you thought that were gonna actually be on your side are the ones that are like actually the worst. And it hurts kind of, you like, yo, bro, I thought you were gonna help me here, but now you're actually being worse than other people. But you mentioned something interesting there. You say that you built it on social media. So you were really and I have you on my social medias, and I saw that you were really, really like posting all the time. Speak to us about the effort that goes into it, because a lot of times people want a success and they want the overnight success. So my cousin invited me to another network marketing event as well, and he says, "Hey, bro, you must come see this thing, blah, 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 blah." I was like, fine, let's go. I went with him. It was somewhere in Pretoria. We went. And we were sitting there, and they make it nice, they set up the tables, and there's lunch and everything, and boom, they sell you, I think it was Amway that time, right? They sell you all the products and the things that you're supposed to do and go and sell, and da, da, da. And you sit there and you're thinking, okay, should I go for this or shouldn't I? But what they do is they really do show you the people that are already driving the BMs.
Yes.
And they say, look, this one is on level 10 and he has a BM.
Yes.
And this one is on our up line and he's now on the top of the line and he's living in there and there. And this is where they went on holidays and da da da. Yeah, bro. And then you sit there and you're like, yeah, this looks, now I'm going to do this. And then you get into it and then you check like, oh, bro, wait. And then you're like, those people, they lied. They said I'm going to drive a BM, but now I'm still driving my old Skadonk and I'm struggling to even put petrol, but I'm in the business. Speak to us a little bit about number one, do you believe that sometimes the network marketing places over kind of sell the thing to you to kind of pull you in, which is almost like clickbait to what you do. You kind of like, hey, and then you obviously to attract you, but then when people get into it, they realize, whoa, this thing is not I thought I was gonna be rich like next week. How does that work?
But that's the thing. Like, when obviously people see your lifestyle on social media, and obviously they want to be a part of that, but they don't know the effort and everything that goes into it. Yes, I do think sometimes we like just, paint the bigger picture to say like, guys, this is what you could do, this is what you could earn, this is where you could live, or, go on success trips. But the real truth is people doesn't want to put in the effort. They don't want to work. Like, you need to work to get there. Like, overnight success, like, if it's too good to be true, then it probably is. Like, that's what I believe in. So you need to put in the effort. And with network marketing businesses, or with any side hustle, if you put in the effort for 6 months, you can be so far ahead, like 5 years ahead from a normal day 9 to 5 job. So yes, we do that, but like, if we speak to them on a personal level, we normally have, like you said, you went to a briefing, basically, where they showed you like this, the brief,
BMs and the travels
BM
and the
everything.
stuff,
Yeah. So we also do that, but we tell them that, you need to put in the effort, you need to work in order for you to get there, because you're not just going to go overseas for free just because you're joining. You need to put in the effort, you need to work towards it. And another thing that I like about our network marketing company is it's a free given opportunity. So you don't pay anything to join the business. Like other network marketing companies, you need to pay.
You have to
There's
start
a fee.
with
You
like
need
a
to
$2,000 or
yes,
something
you need
to
to pay.
start, yeah.
So with us, it's free. And I think a lot of people take that for granted because it's free. They think like, oh, it's not, like a real business. I don't have to put in the effort. But like, that's where people are so wrong.
So you must put in some sort of work.
You have to work. You have to work.
But then, and I think, guys, the ultimate thing is there is no shortcut to success.
No.
There's no, like you said, if it looks too good to be true, then it probably is. There's no such a thing as like, I'm just going to hop onto this bandwagon and then tomorrow I'm someone going to be rich and I'm someone going to travel and do this and do that. There's no such a thing. You must actually get your feet into the thing and really get your hands dirty and do the work and do the calls and go do the, like I know the other day, because I wanted you to be on last week, and when I called you, you were busy doing a presentation and stuff like that. You must go do those things. Go do your presentations. Go and gather the people. Go and try and actually make an effort. What would you say, Jay? Did you have something there?
Nah, just obviously wanted to shout out the people that's
bro.
watching online. Leonie, big blessings. Bianca, Roxanne, yay, Tazzy looking gorgeous as usual. We got Tola as well, sending shout outs. And then Bianca asked,
what did she say? What did Tola say? Real supporters are strangers.
That's true.
That's true.
Yeah, she said that.
Bianca was saying this is so encouraging to watch.
Okay.
In the morning.
Awesome.
So that's
perfect.
dope.
But here's the reason I really wanted to have this conversation is because I want people. I'm all about purpose, right? I'm all about finding your purpose, finding something.
Says it on the T.
Fact.
Yes.
Find something that you wanna do, because this is what I was thinking the other day, right? So my wife's dad passed away not so long ago, probably like 2 months ago, and he was at my house the month just before, and he was there and he was already losing weight. He was really looking a little bit like frail, and I kept telling my wife, I need to go out I need to take your dad out because he likes the nature, he likes things, and I like it too. So I go to Kruger. Sometimes I jump in my car, go to Kruger, and I just like chill there. Like I go with a tent and I just like chill there for like a weekend by myself, because I just sometimes you need to just like, just wait, let me just breathe for a second. So he likes that too. So I told Anka, hey, I want to take your father to Kruger just so we can chill, so we can do something and just get away from, stuff. And then she said, yeah, you must do it. Then he died, right? And then we went to the funeral, everything. Then when I came back, I had like a bit of regret. I was like, yes, I really wanted to do this, but now I didn't get a chance to get it done. I couldn't really do what I wanted to do with her dad, and now he's not there anymore. So I came to drop something off at your house not so long on the weekend, and I was speaking to your husband, and he's like, nah, bro, we must do something, we must chill, because you know how he is. And it's funny, that guy's funny, bro. He's like, nah, bro, we must do something. I'm like, yeah. He's like, yeah, you always say, yeah, and then you don't come. What if something happens? What if you die or something?
Yeah,
and then we
true.
didn't do something.
That's true.
And
Yeah,
then
bro,
I was
facts.
driving back, I was like, oh, bro, this guy is right because, bro, life
Yeah.
goes, bro.
Life
Goes and
Bro.
it gets done and it's finished and it's done.
It's
Because
done.
now I'm looking at like Anka's dad. I wanted to take him and I kept
And you
saying, now I want to
couldn't.
take him and now he's gone. And you know, like we say, bro, let's do something.
true.
Let's go do this. Let's go do that. And we never end up doing it.
Yeah.
And then tomorrow I get a call, hey, bro, I should come to the hospital, this and that and that. And
I
then it's
rebuke that though,
no,
bro.
no, that won't happen. That won't happen, bro. But these things,
We
these-
thank God for life and life in abundance. We give Him all the glory, all the praise, all
but
the
the
honor in
point I'm
Jesus'
making
name.
is, bro,
Yeah,
those
in
things,
Jesus' name.
these things happen, and we lose our loved ones, and things happen, and
And that's very true.
then life is done, bro.
Yeah.
Then you
Life is
didn't
done.
do what you said you were gonna do. You didn't do what you
No,
wanted
facts.
to do, and now you it's like that saying that says you're waiting for the rainy day, and then the
Yeah.
rainy day doesn't
Doesn't
come.
come.
It's like now you saved up all the money, you
Yeah.
suffered your whole life, you did all the things you didn't want to do, and you didn't have life.
Yeah.
So I'm saying is, I'm a big person to say, bro, find your purpose,
Purpose.
and love the hell out of it.
Yeah.
Have fun. I watched the interview with Bear Grylls. You know Bear Grylls that lives in the bush and the jungle and all of that. Whether it's real or not, you know, people debate. He's like, after the cameras go off, he goes to a hotel and things. But he had an interview one day, I think it was on a British networking channel, and he said that he wants to get into heaven because he's a Christian. He says he wants to get into heaven with bumps and bruises and scratches and like his face like half off. And he wants to say, yeah, that was a lekker ride. Because he wants to say that, bro, I
enjoyed
did
it.
my things that I
Yeah.
wanted to do. I love my life. And I
Yes.
enjoyed it.
Yes.
And it was lekker and I fell and I got hurt and I did the
That's
things.
it.
Like you said earlier, go fail. Why are you so bound to fail? Go fail, bro. And if it didn't work, it didn't work.
didn't work.
You go again.
Facts, it's like the saying, bro, the richest place in the world.
Yes.
It's the graveyard because you
graveyard.
die with all those
Yeah.
dreams and those things.
True.
Speak to us a little bit about really just loving your purpose, man. Just jump in and love your purpose.
I never knew what it was to love my purpose. So that only started when I started New Skin, really, because like my life was just like, you know, like a robot. Get up, go to work, from work, go home. Like there was no adventure or anything really there. And when I started New Skin, like it unlocked so much potential inside of me that I just knew, like, sure, I'm destined for greatness. Like this is not the end of me, you know. And you know, it really opened up a lot of doors, especially if your mindset is already set on that. Like I said earlier on, we are like magnets. So if you are stuck in that robot position, you know, going to work, coming from work, cooking, watching TV, go to church, get home, like there's no purpose there. Like there's nothing there.
A day becomes a week, a
Yeah.
week becomes a month becomes
Exactly.
a year, and you're just doing the
It's
same.
same
thing.
cycle every single day. So when you unlock that potential to say like, sure, really, like God has given me so much, like there's so much to do, like on earth, like, you know, this family, these friends that really love you for who you are. It's not just always just about the money, but also when people see you grow financially and also from where you come from to where you are right now, like there's so much jealousy around. I don't know why people are like that. Like you said earlier, they can't be happy for the next person. And then they start talking, you know, about, oh, did you see, you know, like, you know, when you said scrolling on Instagram, oh, they went on holiday, that type of thing. You will be stuck in that situation if that is your mindset. Honestly, you'll be stuck where you are. You will not grow because you need to reaffirm yourself every single day. You need to realign that mindset every single day. Whether it doesn't look like it right now or whether you see it, but just by you believing and trusting that God has given you that purpose, you know, to be better, to be greater, you will definitely live that life. But if you don't see it and if you're stuck there where you are, there's no growth.
Perfect.
Yeah, would you say you're ultimately living your purpose now, or because from the get-go, you weren't entirely, you know, with the company that you're working with now? It wasn't a thing like, I want to do this.
Yes.
As soon as you got into it, the funds kind of,
Yes.
you know, grew that passion for it.
Yes.
Would you say you're ultimately living your purpose, or are there more, you know, ventures and stuff that you'd like to venture into?
I would say that I'm on my way. I am living my purpose, but obviously I want more. There's more goals to
In the hustle side of things, of course, you
in the
are,
hustle
but
side. But like I must say that I've grown. I'm so much happier. I'm out of debt. Like my family's okay. Like financially we are okay. And you know, just to have a home of my own with my husband and my kids, something that I thought would never happen because we don't come from that. And now that I have it, like every day when I drive home and I go into the gate, I'll be like, God, is this really mine? Like, you must just be so grateful. You must have a lot of gratitude for what God has done in your life. And I feel like I'm loving my purpose.
I have an important question. How did you go from, there's a story of a donkey that's in a hole. And then they throw the sand, and then the donkey stands on the sand, and they throw the sand until the donkey gets out, right? How do you get out of the hole and then start build? Because now you're in the hole, you get out of it, and then you actually start building it.
Yeah.
I recently got my hole to being just level. Okay. Like I've just finished paying my car, just finished paying some stuff I had to pay. Things that happen that are outside of your control that you now have to make a plan and you have to get it done now. And then it can put you into like a backlog for like 2-3 years. And
5 years, 6 years.
5 years, 6 years, that's true. I literally also got now to the place in my life where I just finished, like I'm done with the car, I'm done with all the stuff I had to do. I'm now kind of on this balance of, okay, what now? Where do I go next? How do you what does it take to get out of the hole onto level ground and then up?
There's just one simple answer, guys, and it's God. Like, you cannot do anything without God. Like, you can work and work your whole life long, but if God is not in your life, I mean, God makes the impossible possible. I can't say it's because I'm so savvy, or I'm so intelligent, or I'm so passionate about what I do. There's a lot of people out there who has passion, who has drive, and all of those things. But without God, I don't think I would have gotten out of that hole or where I am right now. It's all God. It's only God. Like, my relationship with God is everything. Like, I'd wake up and I'd pray and I thank God, or if I wanna, like, when I wanted to pay off my car's only 2.5 or 3 years old now. And you pay a car off for how many years?
5.
6 years. 6 years now.
I know
6 years.
Yeah, they move it to 6.
Yeah, 6 years. And like your father is your father. If you ask for bread, he won't give you a stone. So like I would say, like, good. God, I want to
squash
be
this thing before 6.
Please, God, like whatever I want in my life, my business, I share my goals every single morning with God. I share my decision making with God. Like, whatever I want to achieve in my business, in my personal life, I share with God. And a lot of people that's even watching right now, that's part of New Skin, you would know that my business, every single month, I smash my goals beyond every single month.
You
but
pass
that's
it
not,
and go up.
That's not because Tasneem is great at what she does. It's because I believe in giving back, and you can't outgive God. And when you give Him, He multiplies and He makes things better for you. So like, that's my life. That is how I got out of the hole.
Pause on that one, bro.
That's fire, Jay.
Yeah.
Get some of those comments there, bro.
Yeah, bro, there's a lot
See,
of
the
people.
New Skin army is coming through big time.
Facts, bro. I was just about to say, there's a lot of people showing love to New Skin, and yeah, I've seen some of those.
Bro, that question that Nathan asks is important there.
Yeah, we get it. I'm gonna get to it now. I've seen some of the transformations that the New Skin products do. I've seen on the stories and so forth on. So
but
yes,
sorry, Jay, can I just say, New Skin is not just about selling. So that is where people have it wrong. So people think, okay, when I start this business, I need to sell in order for me to be successful. No, you need to build networks of people. So, for example, us here in the room, if like you build your network, I build my network, and you guys are under me, like your upline, your downline. I benefit from you guys. So I don't really have to sell. It's basically like a manager's position. You manage a team. You motivate them. You share ideas. You have team meetings.
But that in and of itself is also you have to come up with.
It's a lot of work, but it's not just about selling. It's about building. And by building, that's where you'll find the success.
That's good.
Broski, Nathan's question.
This one here, do you use your platform? That one there, bro. Do you use your platform to market other local businesses, or are you only allowed to use it for New Skin?
I don't mind marketing anything other than New Skin, but it must not be skincare.
Oh.
Yeah.
So, but do you have agreement with them that you have to
No,
push?
I don't have
Or
an
it's just up to you that
It's
you
just up
decide?
to me. So obviously, when you are a brand affiliate to a Lapis partner, you are allowed to network with other companies. We've got people in the business that signed up with New Skin and they're doing Avon or Honey or all the other things. But once you get to a Ruby level, Ruby and above, because you are on top of the compensation plan, not on top, but like at the higher rank, then you're not allowed to
be pushing other companies.
No. But if it's anything other than skincare, you can.
Jay Paris, just take us through those comments there before we call it a day, bro.
Whew. Oh yes, only with Jesus. That's the correct mindset. Whitney Rhodes said that, and yeah, bro, it's just a bunch here.
Just fire.
Yeah, shout out to Nathan as well. Thanks, Paris and Zakes. This was very motivating, and yeah, just fire emojis, broski.
That's
Gratitude is the attitude.
Big facts. So yeah, and I think for those of you watching, thank you so much for tuning in today. And please, if you are here for the first time, we do this every morning at 9, every morning from 9 to 10. And we got different shows. Tomorrow we actually have a show where we got people coming in from the different political parties to speak about.
And that's at 8 a.m.
That one's going to be 8 tomorrow.
8 a.m.
Because some of the leaders could only make it earlier and not later. But we literally do this every morning. And my shows especially, I really try to push elements of purpose, and I really try to push elements where I speak to people who are doing things out there and are really trying to get their stuff moving, because I feel like if you're in a place where you wanna expand your personal brand and do what you do, then you have to connect with people that are like you said, you attract those people to your life because that's what you do and that's the kind of people you'd attract. And so that's the kind of people I like to bring to you guys every morning when I do my show on a Monday. People that you can draw inspiration from, people that you can say, yo, if this person did this, then okay, I also want to do that, and I also want to get involved, I also want to get plugged in. And I want to show you that average South Africans, we're out here doing it.
Yes.
We're out here trying to get things done, and we're getting it done, There is a better future. There is a better tomorrow. There is things that you can do in a different way. You don't have to be, struggling. We all come from tough times. We know also times do get tough, but we can get through it. We don't have to stay there.
Yeah.
And I want to get closing remarks from Tasneem, and then we go Jay, and then we can call it a day.
Like I said earlier, we are living in a digital world, and it's very, very important for people to understand that you are not, whatever you want to achieve, whatever you want to do in your life, you can. It's very important that you do something with your life. Like, you can't just depend on your salary. You can never depend on your salary. God forbid if anything has to happen to your day job now and there's no other income, or you are the breadwinner at home and there's no other income. Don't be afraid to start anything with your life because someone else doesn't approve of it. Like, I was so afraid to advertise that first toothpaste when I started New Skin. I was so afraid of what people will say. Oh my gosh, she's selling toothpaste. But that toothpaste changed my life entirely. Not just for me, not just for my husband, not just for my children, but for my family, my mom, my sister, my brother, like everybody in my family, And if people see us today, they're like, wow, we are so proud of you, because they know where we come from,
Did people ever guara you?
Yo, bruh. No, not now. When I was selling, people won't tell you that, But like, they just won't support you. They won't support you.
But nobody guarantee you.
No one.
Someone say, yeah, whoa, you
no one. They just said like your stuff is so expensive, or no, it's a pyramid scheme, that type of thing. Yes, our stuff is a bit pricey, but they actually do what it says. Like, our product speaks for itself. It's an amazing line. People before that, yes, the friends and the family, they don't support. But don't have that mindset to say, like, I'm going to be more worried about what Jay is thinking of me. So you're putting yourself in a box there. You need to think outside of the box. And if you love traveling, and a side hustle can give you all the extra money that you need to do everything else in your life, like traveling, like saving, like paying up debt, like buying a house, buying a car. Like, there's so much benefits to it. So, yeah, that's it for me.
That's dope.
Paris,
Nah, bro, I just want to emphasize again, 365 days in a year, 366 in a leap year, and you're only getting paid for 12 days. You need to go back to the drawing board and kind of check that one out again. I mean, but yeah, I think ultimately I just want to prophesy business upon each and every one of you, and the pling and the ting. What I mean about the pling, 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 ting, ting, ting is those notifications of the bags coming in.
Yes.
That's what I mean. I prophesied over you, prophesied over your week.
Get busy.
Bling, bling, ding, ding.
And not Mr. versus so you are in arrears of not those blings.
Nah, not those, bro. Not those.
No.
Not those ones.
Yeah.
So yeah,
It's been dope, bro.
yeah,
Been dope. Thank you so much,
thank
Tasneem.
you.
It's been amazing.
thanks so much to Kasim. I don't know, mispronounce your name.
Arashad.
Says,
Arashad,
yes,
that's
there
my
we go.
brother.
Ah, that's your brother. Okay,
Yes.
cool. Rashad saying, my sister, well done, make that money. Then we got Martin. Martin saying, great show, all the best for your journey. Martin's asking another question, but we don't have time to get into it. How do you keep your brand image clean? But Martin, you're gonna have to tune into the next Monday, or follow us throughout the week. We do shows every morning. But next Monday we're gonna have another person in here that's really doing the most out there in the industry and in the markets. And it's again, guys, it's just young people really killing the market. And the aim of why I'm saying young people out there doing the most is because I want you to know that let's get out there and do it, bro. It's not something that it's like, one day when I'm big. Nah, let's get it now. Let's get it.
True.
Let's do it. Let's get things done. There's even things you can do while you at school, while you're studying. Some side hustle, things that can generate some income. And we really want to get to the place where you're generating some passive income. Money is coming in while you're sleeping. And
Can I just say quickly before we go, I stopped working last year, October. I started working in May this year again. So I think I was out of work for like 6-7 months. And when I mean work, I mean like, recruiting, building my teams for 6 months or 7 months. And I still got paid every single week.
see?
Yes.
That's dope. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's what it is. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope to see you on the next one. Don't forget, every morning from Monday to Friday at 9. Tomorrow is a special one. We got one of the leaders from the EFF, one of the leaders from the DA, I think the mayoral candidate from the DA. Then we got one of the seniors of the ACDP. Got a bunch of, and we're bringing you quality. We're not bringing you the people that don't know what's happening. We're bringing you top tier people that's up there, that's doing the most. So you do want to check that out and you want to tune in. So ladies and gentlemen, see you on the next one. Love you. Bye bye.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to it.
Good morning to the folks. What up to the youngins, and bless up to the world.
And then Tay just put your info on blast like that.
It's what the people want to know, bro. My bad.
Nah, bro.